Sure. And perfect. All right. Well, welcome back, one and all. This is your host, your GM, Jake, BB Big Brother, whatever you want to call me, and I am here to bring you another Monster Mash. It feels like it has been forever since I did one of these. I can't remember the last time I did so, but here we are. I am joined today to test a monster. It's actually going to be a low-level monster, a very low-level monster. But I'm joined by 3 players running 4 characters. So, with that in mind, I am going to introduce my good old buddy Decaf first. Decaf, who are you playing today?
Yeah, I am playing Alyssa, who is a human Ayuvaran, or half-elf, investigator with the empiricism methodology. She likes to think before she acts.
Very cool. Well, next up, just going in alphabetical order, is Dinnerman, who is running 2 characters for me, since we couldn't find a 4th person.
Today I'm running a little Yisoki psychic called Poindexter. Hold on, I don't remember how psychic works. He is a gathered lore subconscious, unbound step conscious. So that'll be fun, I hope. I don't know. And then I'm running Dirt, a Colo, Knoll, whatever you want to call him, thaumaturge with a cool flail. Look at that thing. That's awesome.
Those had stats in Pathfinder First Edition. They're called like
that multi-headed one.
Yeah, the Groupillion flail or something like that.
I think it's so cool. And he's got a bell. The bell is cool. So that's what he's got.
I'm not super familiar with the bell, so I'll be eager to see what it does.
Mm-hmm.
And then, last but not least, and I think joining us for the first time since we moved to Foundry, though he's been here before, is Vorthis.
Hello.
So Vorthis, this is a character that has been in a Monster Mash before. Would you like to introduce him?
Yes, I am playing High Noon Evening Sun. He is a cactus leshy gunslinger.
Oh yeah.
It's adorable. Little scarf and a giant hat. That's awesome.
Everybody loved him.
But the 4 of you are neophyte adventurers, if that. You are brand new to the whole concept of adventuring. Nevertheless, you've managed to find your way into the Fey Wilds, the first world, the Glade, whatever you want to call it. The realm of the Fey. So, you've met some oddities, some perplexities, and are maybe a little bit on edge at this point. Those of you that wield weapons could have them drawn. I'm fine with that. That makes sense to me. But as you guys have been moving, as you guys have been traveling, there's been something moving between the trees, pelting you with essentially paintballs. They're obviously not fired from a firearm or anything like that, but they are small pellets that have dyed your fur and clothes and skin, and those of you that don't have fur, which is the minority, with these vivid hues. Now, as we step into this, as we get ready to go, I would like one of you, whoever does it first, to roll me a d6. 6. Okay. Good to know. Won't be super useful to me, but we'll make it work. Well, alright. So, with that case, with you guys sort of being beset in the forest, you guys have managed to make it to a clearing where the trees are less clouded, and the creature that has been dogging you, that has been following you, might have to draw out of the woods if it wants to keep up its pranks. That being the case, let's go ahead and roll for initiative. Let's do a little bad idea, but we're gonna roll with it. Terrible idea. All right. We are going to begin with dirt. And whoops, it says we're on round 4 because I guess I forgot to end the encounter last time. My bad.
So we're here, but we don't see nothing, but we know something's up.
No, but Dirt,
Mm.
Alyssa, and Poindexter hear soft giggling and see this bush moving to the northeast. Wait, no. Northwest, sorry.
Dirt's gonna use his terrible perception and try and seek.
Okay.
Please be good.
16. Alright, that is enough to beat this creature's stealth DC. So you scan the bush and you see splotches of vivid color that help you identify a greater form. So you see a creature that looks like this.
Oh.
It is small in size, but has yellow coloration painted on its body.
Mm-hmm.
There are a number of leather pouches at its side, as well as brushes and other paint tools, all of which are marked with this like very vivid yellow. You've never seen a yellow like this, and it's weird to explain because you would almost say like this is the most yellow you have ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
So one action, you spot this creature.
There you are, you paint-throwing son of a bitch. I'm going to try and exploit vulnerability.
Okay, go ahead and give me a knowledge check, an esoteric lore check. Ooh, 12 is going to be a fail.
That just means nothing happens, right?
I think it means you can only exploit a personal antithesis.
Yeah, here, see it here. Yes.
Or
And then I will
vulnerability, sorry.
I will point out. I will point out.
Okay,
I'll go right there in the bush.
excellent. So you pointed out, and it is Alyssa's turn.
I think.
So that creature is now only hidden to your allies, and that's going to be most useful to High Noon, Evening Sun.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Well, I think we'll try to wait this out a little bit. I'm actually going to go ahead and just start by moving just up to here
Okay.
for my first action.
You step by this pond, and you swear like as you step by this pond in this strange world, it almost sounds like the water is talking to you as it laps against the shore. Also, for some reason, my creature moved.
Interesting.
I'm putting it back in the bush.
There. And then I think.
So I would say this creature is still probably hidden, if not concealed to you. Because point out doesn't make it. Yeah, the lowest it gets it to is hidden.
Yeah, I think I want to do my own perception check to seek them out as well,
Sure.
just to get a good eye on them.
Go ahead and
do-
give me that check.
Let's see here. Where is... Man, it has been a while since I've been on here. Perception check. Where is that on the character sheet at this point?
Oh man.
On the left in the red.
Yeah.
On the
Yep.
left in the red.
Yeah, on your like opening sheet, it is
Oh,
right below your
okay.
armor class.
And then secret. There we go. Okay, got it. Man, truly been too long.
You move up and you're trying to find it. You had dirt like sort of call it out, and that might have helped narrow down your search, but you're unable to like distinguish its limbs from like the branches and the other greenery of the bush.
Okay. I don't feel like I have a good eye on it this round, so I think what I'm gonna do is,
Fireball.
since we now know that it's close enough, man, that's the other character I was thinking about. I'll go ahead and actually draw out my Elven Curve Blade for my final action.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Poindexter.
Poin, this thing is merely hidden from
Correct.
Poin.
Correct.
Which means that's a 5% mischance or something.
Hidden is 50%. It's the DC
50.
11.
Holy guacamole!
Concealed's the DC 5.
All right. Well, I need to move, so there's no way I do this without not getting all my actions. Poin is going to move up here, and he will point at that bush and be like, "Don't worry, leave it to me." And he's going to cast a phase bolt, a vanilla phase bolt.
Okay. All right. Start with that flat check. Flat check first.
Please be above a 10. That's what I'm
Okay.
talking about.
All right,
Just
now
give me
you
give me that exact same die roll. Or you can give me worse.
It did not. Yeah, it gave you worse. All right. So you launch this bolt from your hands, and you hear it like it strikes a bush, and it rustles, and some leaves fall to the ground. Some birds flap out of the bush, but they're weird. They fly upside down. But you don't hear any yelps of pain or anything like that.
Poin's gonna go, "I killed it so hard it died without making a sound." And that's his turn.
I'm going to roll another d6 because what you guys rolled would be useless against your party, and I want this to be more interesting. Is that useful? Ooh, that is... Alright, that's fun. That's fun. Well, with you doing that, a small creature, and the colors I described earlier are not in fact yellow, they are a purple. Very purple. They are ultraviolet, as in the most violet purple you've ever seen. And so this creature scampers out of the bush, realizing that the jig is up. I'm gonna move 25 feet down here, and as it does so, it obviously reveals itself. So again, this is everybody sees it. It resembles one of these, except with the purple paint and markings instead of blue or orange. And so as it moves down, you can see it drawing from its side a leather-like ball almost. It almost resembles somewhere between a cross between like a balloon or like a ball that kids would kick around.
Mhm.
And as it pulls it out, it chucks it at Poin, or in his general direction. And I'm going to need Poin to make a reflex save.
Come on. Ooh.
Okay. You are unaffected. And it is High Noon Evening Sun's turn.
Alright. Rather nice of him to just be right there and win. So I'm just gonna, High Noon is going to take a pistol and just go ahead and strike him.
Okay.
Oh. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
If this
My
one-shots it,
goodness.
obviously I'm going to ignore it. So I can actually test out the creature. Okay.
Alright, 21 damage. Right. Okay.
That's your
Then
first action.
yeah, second act. We're going to rank towards reload, and I'm going to attempt a deception check to create a diversion.
Okay.
So, wow.
Maybe some gun twirling or something.
I'm at 16.
16 against will DC.
Mhm.
That or is a perception DC for create a diversion.
Create a diversion, a perception DC. Perception.
Okay, in that case, that is a fail.
So if that's the case, nothing really happened. But I do reload.
Okay.
Alright. And normally I would go for the second strike, but you know, I'm just gonna kinda move around a little bit. Why not?
Okay.
So we're gonna move up to here.
All right, that brings us to dirt.
All right. If I fail exploit, can I try again? Or
I believe so.
All right. I will. Oh, it's 2. Hmm.
Yeah, it says you can only do it once per round, but this is a new round, so.
Yeah. It's 2 move. I'll move there, get in front of Poin. Don't want him getting paint thrown at him. Where is it? And then we will exploit again.
Okay. All right, that
Oh,
is
yeah.
a success, but not a critical success.
Okay. So that puts me at what? Does it have a weakness?
It does not.
All right. So we're just doing personal antithesis.
Yep.
I feel like. Oh, okay. So now that is my target. So my bell is now against him. So that was 2, and this does not have reach. So I guess I will just step and then get right in his face, get right in his grill,
Okay.
right in their grill. There's 2 of them.
Alyssa.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Well, I guess I will yet again move in to get closer to the quarry. There is one action. And you know what? We'll try and take advantage of a blink. So we'll do this. Oh, it's space on this one, isn't it? Yes, it is space. Love that. Okay, cool. That should get me here.
Yeah.
I don't have the action economy to devise, but we'll just make a strikeout at it.
Okay.
Let's see here. I've got targeting on. Yeah, okay. And here we go.
Oh my god.
My god. Today the luck is in our favor, I see.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and roll damage.
Yep, I'm just clicking on critical, so it's just automatic for you.
Yep. All right. Hey, you trigger this thing's endless ferocity.
Painted ferocity.
Yep. Yep.
Sounds good. Well, that would be all 3 of my actions.
But you does actually have a reaction to that.
Ooh, okay.
So as you move behind it and strike it in melee, it gives a shout, and one of its hands, quick as can be, dips into a pouch at its side and throws a splatter of paint into your eyes.
Okay.
So you become dazzled until you spend a single interact action to clear your vision.
Oh, I love that. Okay, sounds good.
And let me find dazzled. There we go. I guess I can zoom in a bit further on the map. Alright, Poindexter.
Point is going to, because I want to, where is it? Where's that action? Unleash Psyche.
Okay.
He'll start like flavor floating in the air, and all those glowing things on his picture will start glowing all purple. Then he's going to recall the teachings.
Ooh.
So everyone in a 30-foot, every ally within 30 feet of me, I have prepared to aid.
Oh, that's very cool.
Mm-hmm. And then I really want to do this one, but that doesn't make sense. And then I will. Ooh, this is going to be crazy. Not really. I'm going to cast Distortion Lens right in front of High Noon Evening Sun to give that extra 10 foot that is not necessary, but I'm trying to give this thing another turn so it can do something. And then was that Unleash is
2.
free.
Yep,
Distortion.
and
What was the other thing?
your
Right, no, recall the teachings.
yes.
And then I will end it. Stand up for a minute. I could just do it again. I'm going to end by casting shield. There we go.
Okay. All right. The Whelp's turn. Cornered as it is, I think what it's going to do, since you're dazzled, I think it actually throws some paint. And notably, the paint it threw at Alyssa is not that the same stuff that it threw at Poindexter. So it pulls out this pouch, seems to have a bunch of them, and is actually going to toss it at Dirt.
Oh, wait, that's me.
Oh.
That is that a strike? That's a reflex save.
Yep.
All right. Come on, Dirt. You did it last time. Did you do that?
Pointed the last time.
You didn't do anything, Dirt. You critically
Critically
failed,
failed.
Dirt.
Okay. So
He's not the one I keep the hero
you
clip.
are struck by this vibrant purple color. And as the paint sinks into your fur, as it sinks into your skin, you suddenly feel a surge of affection and amorous sensations, and I need you to roll me a 1d4.
Oh no.
You know what? I probably should have defined the numbers first. We'll start at the top and we'll go left to right. So High Noon Evening Sun would be 1, Alyssa would be 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
So you are fascinated by Alyssa.
Don't look at me that way.
My eyes pop out of my skull and my jaw drops to the ground.
Would have been hilarious
Wolf
if that was
whistle.
High Noon.
Duh!
Would have been funny if that was High Noon though.
Yeah. And then while you're distracted by your new feelings for your companion, the child Fae is going to try to punch you.
Okay, let me read Fascinated. Concentrate. Does this have concentrate? Please don't have concentrate so I can use it. It doesn't? Okay. Blah 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 blah. Oh, you can't use concentrate unless they are doing that. Okay, so I think I can do this.
Okay. The distracting cacophony.
So if it's trying to like regular punch me?
Yep. All right. So it is going to make a will save against your class DC.
Yeah, if it's trying to regular punch, I will probably do the disrupt and make it enfeebled instead.
Enfeebled. Okay. So will
Yes,
save
it has to be disrupting harmony because it's a strike.
21.
Well, cool. Or instead, he'll punch me right in the shin.
Well, he's gonna try. And I got you targeted. Here we go. 20.
Ouch!
Alright, so he indeed hits you. And actually, as he does so, you're gonna take 5 points of damage. And then, because you're a marked target, there's a surge of emotion that passes through you that leaves you mentally drained, dealing another 1 point of mental damage. Now, you don't lose the fascinated condition.
Ever?
Well,
It's crazy.
you'll have to see. High noon, evening, sun. That is all three of my actions. It is your turn.
Well, we're gonna do something just a little cool. I do see the thing throwing paint around, so I'm gonna do a cover fire.
Okay.
So I will make a strike on him with and if it can choose to either duck or not.
It is going to duck.
All right.
Doesn't matter. It isn't a critical hit
Right.
because it
If I
ducked.
to duck, that makes it a normal hit, which is fine.
Mhm. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, I need to do it before you attack. I was going to say Poin could have aided to make it a critical hit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, too late.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Well, here's a little bit of damage there.
Nice hit. I'll trigger my endless ferocity, my painted ferocity.
Mm-hmm. Then we're going to... How about we just reload it normal, rather than rocking to it reload? No real need to.
Okay.
And, let's just go for a map strike.
Sure. Alright, that will miss.
That'll be my turn.
Dirt, we are back to you. You are still fascinated by Alyssa. There's just something about her.
Let's see what this
You're
does.
seeing her in a new light. In the light of the first world.
So it's just a -2 to spillage. I can't use concentrate. Oh, but you said it doesn't end. I just read the last sentence.
Yep. However,
So this doesn't.
something
ahead.
you could do is
Mhm.
try to potentially get this paint or this pigment. It might some of it might be a powder instead of like actual liquid paint off of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. The idea of again, the joke of my eyes popping out and then I rub my eyes to wait, am I seeing this right? And then I'll do that.
All right.
Rub my eyes to.
I'll throw it
quote,
back
unquote,
out
get
here,
stuff
and
off.
you can give me another reflex save. And that is
Alright.
exactly a success. That is a single action.
Mhm.
But with that, you are no longer fascinated.
Take that off. Wait, what? Oh, you little son of a. And then I'm going to.
There's a
what do I
passing
do?
fancy that has passed.
I'm gonna try and trip it with my flail.
You bitch. Okay.
Where is athletics? I'm targeting it. I don't think that does it though. I need to do.
Athletics triple goes against the reflex DC. That is actually going to be a fail.
I cry forever, and then I'll use my third action. You can't do that. I already have its vulnerability. I'll just do a regular attack. I'll actually try
Okay.
and hit the thing.
At -5,
Yeah.
that'll be a miss.
Sorry, dirt.
Alright, Alyssa. You are dazzled with paint in your eyes, but it's only a single action to remove. And for this one, you will need to make a save.
Indeed. Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend my first action to go ahead and wipe my eyes with the cuff of my sleeve.
Yep. Clear your paint. Clear the paint. And
Yeah.
your vision is free once more. Not sure. Better way to say that.
Yeah.
Restored.
Now
Vision
that I
restored.
have it. Yeah. Now that I have a good eye on these guys, I'm actually going to go ahead and devise a stratagem.
Ooh,
Excuse me.
should have hit you with the paintball.
Hmm.
Never mind.
How do
I'm
I
not worried
feel about a
anymore.
But on the plus side, this also means that I can. Where is the feat? The feat is listed under feats. There we are. But I happen to have known weaknesses.
Hmm.
So I can attempt a recall knowledge check as part of my devise a stratagem.
Ah, okay.
So while I don't think I'm going to attack, I definitely am going to at least attempt to do a recall knowledge.
Your best bet is going to be nature.
Nature. Okay. I'm trained. I don't have the greatest wisdom, but I've got this maybe.
Do you have any lore that you think might be useful?
Would I have learned about them back in my days in the cult.
The cult? No.
Do painting
I
lore?
think so.
So what was your
I
cult
wish.
dedicated to?
Paint.
Yeah, paint. The paint cult. You guys
Yeah,
just sat around, watched
obviously.
paint dry all day.
Yeah, our dedication was to Splatoon. We played a lot of video games. But yeah, I'll give it the nature check. Why not?
Okay.
Let's see.
And
Go
Benjamin
for
Moore, Sherwin Williams.
Let's see. Blind GM.
it. Okay. These are painted whelps, and you know, painted whelps are actually the juvenile form of a larger group of creatures known as primordial painters. Primordial painters are a species of fae who are specifically sort of aspected to the first world. They are uniquely handled, or uniquely equipped, uniquely capable of handling what is known as primordial pigments. And so these colors are the first versions of the colors created by the gods.
Oh.
And so because of this, because they're able to handle this stuff, they use it and are able to use the paints, the pigments to evoke feelings or sensations or even physical changes in creatures they splatter with them. However,
Makes sense.
painted whelps are young. They are not fully equipped to handle all these paints, all these emotions that sometimes travel through them, and as such can only wield one pigment at a time. Or one pigment in general until they learn, mature to how to handle more. I can give you 2 pieces of information that have mechanical value.
Ooh, okay. Looks like we have a caster amongst our party. So, worst save?
Will.
Beautiful. And what was the is there an ability that we haven't seen yet that we might want a heads
I was
up
gonna
on?
say that is the other piece of information I'll give you. I have now at this point tested everything out on this creature.
Nice.
So
Well then.
it can die pretty much whenever. I was just gonna give it one more round. Oh, you know what? I did realize the painted whelp should have been going before Poindexter because both rolled 15, but monsters act first.
Gasp.
Oh well, too late.
That's good. He will get one more out because Point is absolutely going to kill him this turn. So you can let him go first if you want.
Sure.
Beautiful.
All right. You do still have another action though.
I have 2 since that was part of my devise. Oh no,
well,
you're right.
yeah,
I wiped my
one,
eyes.
yeah.
So okay. Well, you know what? We're just gonna make a crazy strike out then because I can't do anything. But for the shits and giggles of it all, knowing what these are officially identified as, and I'll call them out, I feel bad, and I would like to take a -2 to make this a non-lethal
Lethal?
strike.
Okay.
Like, oh, you poor adorable creature. I guess I could technically just do a quick modifier, actually. -2.
Yeah.
Boom. Add. Boom.
And that is indeed a miss.
Well, and it's a miss.
Yeah.
Even better. All right, that's my turn.
All right, it is back to the painted whelp. Let's see. I think what it wants to do is it wants to step out of flanking. And actually, you know what? It's going to step this way and get some cover from the gunman. And then it's going to splatter again. It's going to throw it at Poindexter,
Mm-hmm.
who needs to make another reflex save.
Come on, Point, you got it. Yes.
Okay, and that's its turn. I was really hoping I could get you with that, because if I made you fascinated with somebody other than it, you couldn't cast spells at the painted whelp.
And that will. It was Will, correct? That was the worst.
Yep, Will's its worst save.
Right.
Oh, your voice has gone strange.
2. Okay,
There
sorry.
we go. All good.
Fan. Then yes, once it's my turn, I will need from it a William saving throw.
Okay. Make sure I got the painted whelp selected. Fails.
Take this.
It screams and its head explodes. Up.
Just imagine poor little first level. It's like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Poor Dirt's just covered in paint brains.
We'll give you the cranial detonation class feat for flavor for free. But all right. This is a simple creature. It is a level 2 creature that I will one day return to build the higher level version of it. But before I do that, why don't we go ahead and discuss this one? So, if you guys check in the monster folder, you should be able to find this guy in there and open him.
Yep, I see him.
Mm-hmm.
And so just going down the numbers real quick. I mean, Dex is its primary ability score, so Enfeebled actually wouldn't have done too much. It would have lowered its damage on its fifth strike, but not its 2-hit,
Okay.
as they are more finesse based. And then Charisma's their next highest, because they're painters, they're artists.
Mm-hmm.
I gave them a high perception, which might be a little weird because they have a low wisdom. But my concept behind this is that it is an artist, and this is actually a similar idea that I had for the metalhead. Why it had a moderate instead of a lower perception is because it is highly observant when it comes to like artistry. Like it notices things. It's sort of driven by this concept, looking for things to see and to like make paintings of, to capture them more fully. As standard for Fae, it has low light vision. Its skills range from low to high, but its high skills are acrobatics and art lore. So nothing super crazy. It can tumble through people effectively, but even its stealth is low because it mainly uses it to pull pranks and stuff. I might actually switch around thievery and stealth because I think it sneaks around more than it unlocks stuff. I will
Well,
probably
couldn't
make
you
that change.
thievery to like the orphan people?
Potentially, but I do think it
Or
sneaks.
put something onto them, essentially like maybe a glob of paint, like sneakily
Yeah, but
put
I do think
paint
it.
into a pot.
I think it's still sneaks more than it would thieve.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just switch those.
Yeah, that makes sense.
AC, it has high AC, and to go with that, it only has moderate hit points. You guys, of course, rolled 2 crits against it.
One of which is the gunslinger quit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Otherwise, it has a high reflex, a moderate fortitude, and a low will save. Continue rounding out its numbers are its attacks, which both have a moderate 2-hit bonus and deal only low damage. I have them dealing the same amount of damage because the fists have the agile trait, whereas the sling is ranged but has the reload trait. Any issues with the numbers? Anything that felt off there?
Not for me
No.
personally, no.
Yeah, I was shocked by the high perception, but you explaining it very much made sense.
Does it? Okay, I was.
Yeah.
I was worried it was one of those things that only made sense in my head. Well, cool. In that case, moving on to its abilities, Color Toss is a very basic reaction. The damage still goes through. It doesn't do anything to prevent the damage, but it might be able to stop the creature from attacking it more that turn, or at least make it harder for that creature to do so. there's no save to it, but in this case, there's no save to stop it either. Or there's no save to like remove it either. You can just automatically do so. Unlike its other ability, Splatter. And this is something I was thinking about. I have this at a high DC, which is the standard DC they do suggest using for most abilities. I'm tempted to make it a little bit higher.
I can see, like, it's bread and butter, and none of the effects are like really detrimental. They're inconveniences for it to hit you with its weak damage. So I think it being a little harder makes sense.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure if I want to go all the way up to extreme, which would be DC 22.
DC 20 might work.
Yeah, I was thinking about going midway with DC 20.
I think 20 would be good. I also had a thought for color toss.
Okay.
Adding a save with just success or failure. Success is dazzled and failure is blinded because the paint actually like fully gets in your eyes.
And still just have it be an interact action to remove.
Yeah, just still one, but just like instead of like I'll just take the DC 5 flat check. Oh, now it's 10. Now I really commit to doing this.
So the target becomes blinded. Let's see. I guess if I do that, I do have to set it up as the actual. Let's see. The target must attempt a DC 18. I guess that'd be another reflex save. Or it would be fortitude to avoid getting stuff in your eye.
I think it would be reflect.
Yeah. All right,
Fortitude
so
more like you're already like afflicted by it, like there's no way to dodge out of the way, so to speak.
creature is unaffected. Success. The creature is dazzled. Failure. The creature is blinded. Okay, I'm cool with that. I added that on the sheet. I'll add that on here just as a reference point. Also not sure why some of my stuff is bolded.
Oh yeah, the effect is entirely.
Oh yeah, you can just highlight it all and just uncheck bold.
Oh, let's see. What was the sixth one? Was yellow?
Yep,
Enfeebled?
Enfeebled 2. Would have been
Yeah.
completely useless against you guys.
Right.
No, it would have been good against Dirt for his physical. What's it
Yeah,
called? Strength
you,
based
but
attacks. But I never actually got into that attack him.
I would rather have something that's useful against
More
most of the
broadly.
party instead of just
Mhm.
a quarter of it.
Mhm.
Just
Does
one
it?
possible suggestion,
Let
and
me
this
read.
might be more for the higher level variant, but it had a sling. But couldn't it maybe like sling paintball, like, and have like the effect of the splatter on those paintballs on its sling?
It has to use a larger amount of paint to achieve that effect. It can't just be like a drop. And so
Right.
its
That's
paint
why I would,
bombs are too big for its sling.
okay. I probably would suggest maybe that could be something for like a higher level variant
Yeah,
that had like a larger sling to handle it.
agreed.
18th level has a trebuchet.
It's catapult.
Isn't there like a portable one that you
Yep.
can, like a backpack?
But yeah,
Okay,
so
single. I see. It only has the one effect.
yes.
Okay, that's really interesting. If you get like a group of like 4, then each of them's doing.
Have a different color, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yep. And it is short range. Yeah. I am gonna change that that DC.
I'm a little. I don't know about the short range. At that point, you're really close to it already. To the point where, aside from
I could make it
Fen-
longer. I think I kind of based it off of bombs, but made it a little bit lower. But let's
Hmm.
see, bombs are what? Usually 20 feet.
I was thinking 20.
I can do
Yeah,
20.
'Cause if you have, if you have a reach weapon, a single step, and you can still hit it. But let me see, fatigued. Oh my god.
And now it is, like I said, these effects last only until you remove the coloration.
I see it there. It's easy. Oh my gosh, yellow just got huge.
Did it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the top.
Oops, not that one. I meant to. Oh yeah, why did it do that?
Yeah, this one is really cool. And it reminds me of there's a character in One Piece who uses paint as like hypnosis, and all the effects are like, oh, there's paint on you now, and all of a sudden you're tired.
Oh, okay. Well, now it's all bold, but it's normal sized. I don't know.
Well, it's bold because it's a heading for some reason. I looked into it.
So another reflex save.
I'd be able to fix that.
Wait, if the character attempting.
Ocean Boy. Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
This was a quick one. This was only a level 2 creature, so did not last long.
I really like the soap line because I feel like soap as an item, it doesn't even have a description. It's just useless. But like, hey, I can do something with my soap.
Yep. Nobody will ever think of it,
No.
but somebody that does will get a little bonus. And then I did want to just like give it something a little bit else. Marked targets was either going to be a little bit of extra damage, which I went with because it has such low damage, or was going to make them off guard to the painted whelp, because it's like, here's the target, get him, which I think does make a bit more sense.
Mm-hmm. I kind of think so too.
So I could switch that around. I could make that they're off guard.
Yeah, honestly, I like that because I could totally see these things like being in a group rather than just a single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I can kind of see the idea of like the magic paint being on it, the paint being connected to the whelp gives some more, some more damage.
It is
behind
able to
its-
exploit the emotional bond forged by the paint to deal a little bit of extra damage.
Mhm. Maybe. No, if it had both, that would be crazy.
I was gonna say, could it be both? Decaf, you got any thoughts one way or the other?
Not particularly. I do find this creature very fun, though.
Yeah, good. Well, good. That is the point. Also, I do want to mention. I always want to give him a shout out. This is work in progress. This is not the finished product. But this art is done by a regular at this point, Seth Monster. He has brought creatures such as the Forge, Tarragon, the Horde. Actually, the Horde Golem has not had a video, but it is in one of our little booklets we've put out. But has done a lot of work for me, a lot of monsters at this point. The Sanguine Slime, lots of different ones. But yeah, I don't know. I could see going either way for marked targets, or both ways. I'd be fine with dealing both ways, but I
Is
want my monsters
both?
to succeed.
Yeah, is both really that bad for this guy?
It's only got a moderate to hit and deals low damage. Giving it an average plus 2.5, which 1d4 would be, gets it to moderate damage. And the extra plus 2 puts it at high to hit,
Mm-hmm.
both of which are still pretty low. The only reason I was cautious about the off guard is because of a bunch of its effects lower AC. Fatigued, sickened, confused leaves a creature off guard already. So like half of them already lower AC, which is
Yeah,
why
I guess
I veered
if you
away from off guard.
if you had
I'm like,
if you had off guard, then confused marked targets would only give it the D4 anyway.
Right.
I guess just the D4. Since a lot of them winds lowering the AC anyway, that makes sense. Feeble to strength, right?
I can rewrite it a little bit to make the wording make the ability make a little bit more sense.
Maybe. So here's the thing. Let me look at this again. No, never mind. Oh wait, yeah. Maybe. Well, no, because clumsy would just do the same thing, reducing your AC. I was gonna suggest replacing confused with clumsy, and then adding.
I like red being confused because then you
Yeah,
just attack wildly.
that's fair. Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, I think that's all good.
All right, so I'm going to show you guys my rewrite of it. Oops. Also, I figured out how to just copy paste stuff and then change it to match the font.
Creature and the effects of splatter explains the duress. Yes, that's good.
That adds a little bit more flavor to it and explains why I can do it. But all right, I do think we're done here. This was a simple little creature, and this was a short little video, relatively.
Mm-hmm.
Any final thoughts on this thing? Anything you guys want to suggest or ask about? Beautiful.
No,
No.
Yes. When does the adult come out?
Yeah, I'm very interested in that.
I don't know. That's one I'm gonna have to work on. I want to figure out what level I want it to be because I knew I wanted this. I wanted to work on a lower level creature, which is what inspired this. But as I was working on this creature, I was like, now what if there is a version that can use all the paints? And so I was like, that's got to be like a mature one, an adult form.
Mm-hmm. When you were describing it with the recall knowledge, it reminded me of this post I'd seen online where it's like, oh, tooth fairies are, baby like
Bone
servitors to the
fairies.
much larger, bone
Bone
fairies.
fairies.
I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
god.
I've seen that one. Um, but yeah, I will have to figure out what level I want to make the big ones at, and obviously that'll be a different art piece I have to commission.
Mm-hmm. I
But
can imagine even like a slow grade, like painted whelp, painted wimp, painted something else, then
painted
the
wimp.
painted big boy.
honestly, if you did that and then like each stage is like 3 levels higher than the previous,
Mm-hmm.
so it like painted Whelp is level 2. The next stage up could be level 5, and stage after that is level 8. Stage after that is level 11, 14.
I would love a painted
After
wimp.
that,
That'd be
like
so good.
14.
I would have to do something to make them more distinct from each other rather than just like increasing their stats. And I'm not sure I have enough ideas for every single one of those.
True.
But yeah, I do actually just to show on the stream a little bit. I do for the sheet I have for this thing. I do have had to break through the wall there. Um, I do have this under a heading to sort of remind myself, like, hey, you got to work on more of these someday.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that
Also,
covers. Oh, go ahead.
so one benefit to having multiple stages at like 3 levels higher than each is it does kind of let you group them in like these level 2 ones. If a party's like, I don't know, level 4, you could throw like 3 of these plus a level 5 one as an encounter, for example. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that can also be done just by like assessing the numbers and raising them to the appropriate level.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I said, I don't see if I want to make a creature that is at various stages in its life at different levels, I need it to have different abilities, things that make it stand out, rather than just being a change in numbers, because that can be done to any creature, and I've done that to creatures in my own campaigns.
Right. Hmm.
And so it could very well be something I could do. I would just need to really dig into and figure out what its abilities would be at each stage.
Right. Yeah, and I was thinking like adding 1 or 2 new abilities, or even just changing their existing abilities, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I could see a higher level one almost having like a kind of like a breath weapon, but it instead of like fire or whatever, it's like a blast of paint.
Paint. Yeah. Yeah, for
It's like
sure.
spray paint, just defeats your face.
You know what? Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll take inspiration from what Decaf said, and I'll just do research on Splatoon, and all its level up versions will just have different Splatoon weapons.
Ah, yeah, just give him
Love
like
it.
gunslinger abilities or something.
But
Actually, that would be really cool as a magic item though, a paint gun.
yeah, no, it's when I when we one day publish something, it'll likely have like a paint gun to go along with it or something of that nature. But until then, we are done testing this monster. Thank you, everybody who came out. Ocean Boy is suggesting the paint roller. I'll have to look up how that works. Uh, maybe a trample ability. Um, but we should be testing another monster next week. I gotta look at what level it's gonna be, what it's gonna all do, and everything like that. So until then, stay safe, be good. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Later.
Bye bye.